Hi, welcome to Mr. Otter Studio. Have you ever seen a little video of some artwork that's made and you think, can it really be that easy and look so cool? Well, that happened to me last week, and today we're going to see if this technique is really as easy as it seems. This is called pull string art. Maybe you've seen it. It looks pretty easy. We're going to see just how easy today. These are the supplies that you need. You need string. This is really important. This is how we're going to make our marks or our artwork today. This is just string that I found at the craft store. It's a little bit thicker than string that you might sew with. You need paper. I'm just using Bristol paper, but use whatever paper you have. You need some type of paint. I'm going to be experimenting today. Since I've never done this before, I'm going to be trying it with acrylic paint and some ink. We'll see which one looks better. You need a plate or a bowl or something to mix your paints in. I'm going to be using a paintbrush to mix it. You can use a spoon, just something to make sure that your string gets coated with the paint. Last but not least, you need something heavy to place over the paper while you pull the string out. I'm going to be using this humongous book of maps, and I like this book, so I'm going to try to be really careful and not get it dirty. But you might want to use a book that you're not too in love with. And that's it. Let's try this out and see if it works. First, let's try the acrylic paint. Put some acrylic paint on your plate or your palette, whatever you're using. Grab a piece of string and coat it in the paint. This is where you want to use a paintbrush. We want to coat it completely in the paint, but when we pull it out, we want to get some of that paint off, so we don't want it to be all globby. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So I'm just keeping this part of it clean so that I have something in my hand. Then I'm going to pull it out of the paint and just hold my paintbrush against it so it kind of cleans off some of that extra paint. And I'm being really careful not to let this string fling into me or on the wall or anything else. And this is probably the hardest part. Grab your paper. I'm just placing my string on the paper, and I accidentally got some paint on it. So be careful. So make sure you have a little piece of your string hanging off the paper. Place another piece of paper over the top. Place your heavy book or something over the top. Grab your string, pull it out slowly. All right, the moment of truth. Oh, that's not too bad. So that is what that looked like. You can see where I accidentally dropped the string before I placed it up here, but it actually looks really nice. So let's try this again, and I'm gonna try to be a little bit more careful with the string this time. You can mix colors, make new colors, and I'm just using the same string that I used before. So I'm just placing it in here. Just like I did before, I'm just kind of pulling it in with my paintbrush, just slowly pulling that string in. And like before, I'm going to leave part of it clean at the end just so I have something clean to hold on to. And then I'm going to pull it out again. So what I'm doing is pressing my paintbrush down on the string and then pulling it so that it's taking some of that paint off. Grab your piece of paper. I'm going to pull it off to the side this time. Grab your other piece of paper, place it over the top. Place something heavy over it, and then slowly pull your string out. I'm going to pull it towards me so it's a little bit easier. Take the book off, open it up. Look how nice our mirror image is. The acrylic paint is working, so that is what the ink looks like. So I like the acrylic paint a little bit better. Okay, here is a quick tip. If you're trying to conserve paper, what you can do is just fold your paper in half. So I can press my design down on here and then fold this. So let's just see what that looks like really quick. Here's an easy way to get your string covered in paint. So if you take your paintbrush and push your string down in the paint, you can actually just pull it through like this and get it covered in paint. So do you see I'm just kind of pushing it through and holding it into this puddle? So I'm just holding it down and pulling it through. So this is a really fun project to do. Have fun with this. I'm glad it worked. Finally, one of those things we see on Pinterest that actually works in real life. Thank you so much for joining me on Mr. Otter Studio. I hope you have a wonderful day.